Welcome to Hump Day's edition of the Nightly News here as we continue our Freedom Week celebration. And you know what, Ted? When we left each other last night, you were yelling, freedom. And, that is just so awesome, and if everyone would wake up every day and yell that and live to that, I think we'd have a much different country today.
Freedom alert, Uncle Ted. This is Hump Day. Not only is every day Independence Day, not only is every day Thanksgiving and Father's Day and Mother's Day, but every day is Hump Day where I live in many ways, shapes, and forms. So welcome back to the Freedom, Life, Liberty, and Pursuit of Gonzo Happiness Nightly News Campfire. And thank you, everybody, for supporting Keith and I, because we are your humble servants, genuflecting at the altar of self-evident truth, logic, and common sense in continuing defiance against those who would deny our independence, our individuality, and our individual dreams and pursuits. So the Nightly News should be everywhere, ubiquitous, wallpaper, carpet bomb. Everybody that there is a Nightly News, and it represents what's in the heart and soul of the best people in the world.
You know what? Earlier this week, Ted, we talked about the Revolutionary War, which, of course, got this all started for us. We talked about an event in history yesterday, the Alamo, which is near and dear to both you and I. But you know what? As good as we were when we were founded, we knew we weren't perfect. And America's always strived to be better, has strived to be more perfect. Hence, we came to the Civil War. It was an incredible brother versus brother battle here on American soil. There were 360,000 Union soldiers killed. 110,000 of them were actually killed in combat. And of the 110,000 that were killed in combat, 10,000 of those were Black. And so as we sat here in 2022 with all of the race unrest that's going on in our country, that I'm curious to hear if you think that's being, promoted.
The first thing that we have a responsibility to do, Keith, is bring the point up and discuss this point. Because yes, historically, mankind was still improvising, adapting, and overcoming. Trial and error is what brought us to the greatest quality of life in the history of humankind here in the United States of America. And we overcame the status quo believability that lesser educated, more primitive men should be enslaved to support those who thought they were more educated and less primitive. Clearly, a continuum of an evil mindset, but a historical truism in the history of mankind. We need to vote that toxicity out of policymaking in America. And again, I'm going to promote HunterNation.org. Join me at HunterNation.org, where you vote for life, liberty, and pursuit of individual freedom, happiness, and to crush the toxicity of racism, crush the toxicity of divisiveness based on color of skin and religion and gender and sexual identity. We've got to get back to the foundational values. And at HunterNation.org, we are circling those wagons, and we can make a difference in 2022, and we need it now more than ever.
One last point I want to make, Ted. Imagine those folks that died fighting for liberty and freedom for the slaves in the Civil War. If they could come back now and they saw critical race theory being taught in school, what do you think those Union soldiers that fought and died in that brother versus brother war would think today?
Keith, these are, I don't care whether it's the heroes of World War I, World War II, the Alamo, certainly the Civil War, but certainly World War II veterans. I saw a 100-year-old veteran cry his eyes out because the inescapable truth today is that men died for life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness based on the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Ten Commandments, and the Golden Rule. And we are at a horrible, horrible time where the United States government is now the biggest threat to the American dream and humanity. And those are harsh, harsh, difficult words to spew, but the evidence is inescapable. So we, the people who know better, we've got to vote America haters out of office. We, the people, can fix this, but only if we vote as an army of conservatives back to God, family, country. And it's going to start by circling the wagons at hunternation.org.
Powerful stuff, Ted. Come back again tomorrow night. We're going to kind of conclude our Freedom Week talking about the greatest generation ever and those that fought in World War II in Korea. Ted, come back tomorrow night, and I look forward to some more truth, logic, and crowbar common sense.
Who's going to stop me?